All right, here with Manchester head football coach Tom Hall. His team having its preseason scrimmage with a good friend in Joe Jones of the Ocean Lakes Dolphins. Coach, you both in our Class 6 top 10 with expectations to play beyond Thanksgiving weekend. What's sort of your temperature after scrimmage one for you guys here against a good quality opponent?
Well, man, I was pretty pleased for the most part. I felt like our kids came out and competed. We did a good job holding on to the ball. Our defense flew around. We made some mistakes, but like you said, it was our first scrimmage, and going against a quality opponent like Ocean Lakes, what a measuring stick, But we've got some work to do, but we have a couple more weeks before we open up with Riverbend, and we came out healthy, and that's the big thing. Anytime you scrimmage, coming out healthy, that's the number one priority. So I'm happy with that.
Certainly, and you ended up with 31 points. I think unofficially was the count. In the first couple series, they stopped you guys, but Keytrell Clark got your offense started with a pick six, defensively a 65-yard pick six, and I think one of the takeaways, certainly your offensive line is going to be one, but your defense was flying to the football.
Right. Well, and that's what we preach. We call our defense, try to create havoc and fly around, and we're gonna, when we watch film, I'm sure we'll be pleased for half of it, and probably half of it we're gonna be kind of ticked, but that's what these games are for, to show you where you have to get better and where you have to keep improvement, and we have a really good group of kids, and they'll watch film and they'll learn, and we'll go back to work on Monday and try to fix it.
You got a Player of the Year candidate, certainly at the quarterback position, and Brendan Clark, a Notre Dame commit. I think maybe the most impressive play tonight he had was that third down in the red zone, the touchdown, where he was able to extend the play, show some mobility, and then dump it off for a touchdown to, I believe, was it Brandon Majette?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, props to our offensive line, because as soon as we played one-hand touch with Brendan tonight, and so they gave him enough time, and he moved around, and that's where I've seen him really progress this year, and in his progression through the passing tree, and he made a great play.
And I noticed being on your sideline, he's patting up every one of those linemen on the sideline, which is what you want out of a leader. And what have you seen out of him from last year to now? Because he's certainly been a good player in your program, but now he's the guy that everybody's going to follow, and I guess.
Well, he's been a team captain since he was a freshman. I mean, that's the kind of kid he is. I mean, he's the epitome of what you want your quarterback to be. He's a leader on and off the field, and our kids love him, and they'll play for him, and they'll follow him anywhere. Yeah. With a great passing attack and some terrific receivers, people think you guys have aired it out, but you guys ran power most of the night. Yeah.
Even your backup Q, Romel Garcia, with some wildcat, he had a couple touchdown runs. And you guys were able to establish that power physical run game.
Yeah, I was real happy with our kids up front, both first and second team. Those kids, we were getting some push, and that's normally where you kind of fall behind early on in the season, is the push you get. And we told them, we challenged them before the game. They just come off the ball, be aggressive, and see what happens. But yeah, we ran the ball pretty good tonight.
So many big names on this team, guys, committed to Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, Penn State, Old Dominion, list goes on. Doesn't seem like there's really many egos. Is that fair to say with this group?
Well, you know what? We always preach to our kids, you're playing for your now team. Your future team that's in the future. So we play for our now team, and our now team's Manchester. And the kids buy into that, and we're happy with that.
Well, and a new guy for you, Akeem Beeman, the Penn State commit, bats a ball, defensive line going both ways for you. He seemed to be really locked into it.
Yeah, I mean, he's an elite kind of kid. He's playing in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, we are. As the Jets are flying over us here, which is a neat trip for you guys. But you didn't see, I thought, in a scrimmage like this, to speak about Akeem, you could have seen guys get winded and tired. There's certainly guys that in this heat, but he seemed to still, as it progressed, still make plays.
All the kids. I'm real proud with our kids. We had a couple kids cramp up, but for the most part, they listen to us and take care of their bodies, and with the pace that we run on offense, that's one of our advantages.
Sure. And lastly, give me a thought on. I see the back of your shirt say finish.
Yeah.
You guys were close last year, lost a tough one to Colonial Forge. They'll be in the conversation. We know about Westfield, 3-time champ. These guys at Ocean Lakes, Oscar Smith, Thomas still in your region. What's it going to take for Manchester to be playing in December? Because you guys have a lot of ingredients.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the whole thing about finish is finishing each week, taking 1 week at a time, one step at a time. And we talked to the kids earlier, before we came out of the locker room about, this is actually our first step. We try to take every practice as a step, and finishing on a positive note and finding out, what we have to do each individually to make this team better. And anytime you fall short during the season or during the playoffs, you always learn from it. And last year, we didn't finish what we had set out to do, and this year, that's our goal.
Should be a fun year for Coach Hall and the Lancers. Thanks so much. Best luck this year.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.